to make sure we are recording.
Okay, and everybody enjoy yourself, and remember, this business is for everybody, whether you're in business or not, whether you've been online before or not, whether you own a business or not. Don't let that scare you. This business is a business for everybody, and you're really going to enjoy what you hear. Get back to the person that invited you. Okay, everyone, have a great webinar.
Thanks very much, Susie. Lovely to have you on and introducing everybody and saying hi to everyone. It's a pleasure to have you on here every single week. So Marty is having his birthday today and his wife surprised him with a party. So unfortunately, he's not going to be with us today. But the main important thing is we've got the fantastic Mike Ellis here who's going to do an awesome presentation on Onpassive for us. He is the master of this presentation. And many people here have heard his words, and because we've heard his words, we've all joined as founders. A little bit about myself. My name's Red Redfern, and I've been online now for around about 4.5, 5 years, and probably very much the same as many of you people here. We've been through the ringer. We've got involved with things that we've been promised, and we've sunk an awful lot of money into empty promises, chasing that dream. And I was almost at the end of my tether when along came a friend of mine and introduced me to Onpassive all the way back before it was anything like you see it today. It was just an idea, didn't even have a name. And I was hooked on that dream, to be honest. And I thought for the sake of the very low price, which you'll hear later on, I took a punt. And do you know something? Not only has it been the best journey of my life so far online, but I also know it is the best decision I have made online to date. I've met some absolutely awesome people through the Onpassive community, and I know I am in the right place at the right time. We sincerely hope you listen to what Mike has got to say tonight. You're not going to take it all in one go. Please get back to the person who has invited you here for any more information. Or if you've got a question, go in the chat, put a Q, and I'll come back round and answer it. But look and listen to this with a very open mind. It is like nothing you have seen before. It's a bold statement to say that, but Mike will go through everything and he'll tell you exactly what you have got your hands on here. We really hope you join us on this amazing journey. That's it for me. Over to you, Mike. Thank you very much.
Okay, Red. No, thank you. And like Red, I want to welcome everybody to this this webinar. It really is for new people. Perhaps you're coming online for the first time, or perhaps you've been online for a very, very long time, and you're looking for a way to actually build wealth. And that's what we're talking about today. A way to get online to actually build wealth and sustain that wealth over a long period of time. And yes, we're going to be talking about Onpassive. For the new people that are here, I'm going to be talking about 4 concepts: self-funding, forced to be successful, traffic and customers, and product. And it's what Ash Mufareh has done for those individuals that want to come into Onpassive and actually build wealth. Ash Mufareh is the brain trust. He is the visionary behind Onpassive. And as he thought about building Onpassive, yes, it is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology. But his main goal, one of the main goals that he had, was to make sure that whatever he built was something that people could come into, people that perhaps have been online for a while and failed. And we know that 97% of the people that come online fail. They just don't make any money. And they don't make any money because they have the wrong mindset, because they've done something wrong. They don't make any money because everything is stacked against you. And Ash wanted to change that and have the 90% coming online, you would be successful. And as we look at Onpassive, it is a massive business today. What Ash and his team have done, and he has a team of technicians in India, Bangalore and Hyderabad, what they've done with the products of Onpassive and the structure of Onpassive is really extraordinary. And as I talk about those 4 concepts, he's made it very, very simple for us, those individuals that want to come in, participate with Onpassive, and actually make money online. So as I get into these 4 concepts, if you understand the 4 concepts, how they integrate together, how they work together, you're going to find a way forward to actually start making money online. And it really is better than that. You're going to be able to find a way to make significant income online because of what Ash and his team have done. So let's talk about these 4 concepts. The first one I said was as you come in, it is a self-funding business. So as you come in, participate with Onpassive, start your business with Onpassive, it is a self-funding business. And all that means is you will go out of pocket once, you will never have to go out of pocket again. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been in many businesses online. I've been online for about 15 years, and I've done many businesses, and none of them are structured that way. You will come in, you will pay a monthly fee, and you will pay it month after month after month. And very rarely does anybody make any money with these businesses. That is not Onpassive. You will come in, you will pay once, you will never have to go out of pocket again. I absolutely love that about Onpassive. It was so refreshing to find a company that just didn't want to milk me dry. The next one is as extraordinary as the first one. As you come into Onpassive, Onpassive is going to force you to be successful. And what does that mean? They are going to force you to make money. Now, I have never had an argument against this second concept. Anytime someone is going to come in and force you to be successful, and all that means is they're going to guarantee that you make money. Anytime you hear that, you need to jump in. I have never heard it before. Onpassive was the first company I ever heard this with. And initially, I really didn't believe it because it just sounded too good to be true. But as I looked at the numbers, as I looked at the structure of Onpassive, as I looked at the pay structure of Onpassive, I realized that, yeah, Ash Mufareh can say that, and it's 100% true. As you come into Onpassive, start your business, you will make money. Everybody I talk to absolutely loves that. And once they hear that, they really don't need to hear much more. They're just in. But there's so much more, which brings me to the third concept that I mentioned. When you come into a business, you have to have a way to build your business for it to continually grow, so your income continually grows. And Onpassive has developed a traffic source, and they are going to run traffic for all of us to help us build our business. And I hear a few people come in and they go, well, a little bit of traffic would be nice. Maybe I'll make a sale here or there. The company will help me make a sale and I'll make a little bit of money. That is so far from what Onpassive is doing. And I want to explain that by explaining the kind of traffic Onpassive is going to be driving for all of us. About 6 months ago, Onpassive decided to turn on their traffic sources, just turn the spigots on and let it run. And their goal was to bring in 1 million opt-ins, and they did not put a time frame on it. Could be 3 months, 6 months, a year. They did not put a time frame on it. And in 4 days, Onpassive brought in 1 million opt-ins, and an opt-in is someone that comes in, looks at what they have, are interested, and give you their name, their email, and their phone number. They got 1 million of those in 4 days. That is extraordinary. I've been driving traffic for years now, pretty good at it. But what Onpassive did was so extraordinary. I've never seen that kind of traffic, that kind of quality traffic driven in all the years I've been online. And as we look at the traffic that Onpassive is going to be driving for us, they are going to be bringing in millions of customers for us. And as people participating with Onpassive, that's how we get paid. We get paid off of the volume that Onpassive brings in for us. And I want you to keep in the back of your mind, along with these 4 concepts, volume, volume, volume. The more volume Onpassive can do, the more we get paid. And I'll get into that in just a little bit. One other traffic story, Dan and I and Marty, we did a couple of videos probably 4 weeks ago now. Ash decided to come in and drive a little bit of traffic for us, just a little bit of traffic. Normally we get between 8 and 10,000 views on a video. And in I think it was 3 or 4 days, we got 250,000 views on those 2 videos that we did. It really is extraordinary what Onpassive is going to be doing for all of us to build our business because of their traffic sources. Now, obviously, if you've got a company, you've got to have a product, you've got to have something to sell. And I can tell you the products of Onpassive are extraordinary. Right now, there are about 51 products of Onpassive. And all of these products are proprietary. They're built from the ground up. They are cutting edge technology. Again, they are AI, artificial intelligence, and informational technology products. When you combine the AI with all the products of Onpassive, the artificial intelligence, and this includes traffic, everything gets better by multiples. With the traffic source, instead of bringing opt-ins, 1 million opt-ins in 4 days, they do it in 2 or 1 or 12 hours. And it's the same across the board. When you add AI, artificial intelligence, to the informational technology products of Onpassive, they just get so good. They are so much better. They are superior than anything online. And Ash brings these products to the market at a lower price point. So who are our customers when we're talking about the products of Onpassive? They really hit the whole gamut throughout the world. To start with, our market is about 4.6 billion people today. Our market is anywhere from K through 12, colleges, small, medium, large size businesses, not colleges, but governments, and personal use. All of these individuals will be coming in using the products of Onpassive. Why? Because they make their job better, they make their bottom line better. And again, the price point of all these products are lower than the products that they're using today. So as we look at the customer side and we look at the product side, it's such a great marriage, because as we look at what Onpassive is doing for the customer, because the products are superior, these customers will come in and they will never leave. I believe they'll come in, use the products of Onpassive, and because they are superior, they will never leave. Now, these 4 concepts, when we look at them, self-funding, forced to be successful, traffic, customer, and product. What Ash has done with these 4 concepts has made a business for us that is 100% automated. And that's so important because very, very few people have the skill sets necessary to come online and make money. And that's what's kind of stacked against people. They never really develop the skill sets they need to actually make money online. Ash has taken care of all of that. And when we look at what he's done, creating 100% automated business for us, we can come in, we can participate, and we know we're going to make money. This is so revolutionary. This stuff that I'm talking to you about right now has never been done online. It's never been done online. It's never been done offline. Everything that Ash is doing is geared for us to make money. And another thing that Ash has done when we look at these 4 concepts, Onpassive is massive, a lot of moving parts, very, very complicated. It will bring in a massive amount of wealth into Onpassive. Ash is one of the only individuals that I know that I've dealt with in business. His whole philosophy is, yes, he wants Onpassive to be successful. Yes, he wants to make money, but the majority of the wealth that's going to be coming into Onpassive is going to be given to those individuals that are participating with Onpassive. Again, this is unprecedented. Most companies out there, multi-billion-dollar companies, when the money comes in, it goes to a few people and they keep it. They grab hold of it and they never let go of it. That is not Onpassive. Ash Mufareh has a tremendous heart to serve and to help people. And he's going to do extremely well. Don't get me wrong. He's going to do very, very well. But so are the individuals coming into Onpassive that participate with Onpassive. So How do you come into Onpassive today? Today, there is a position. It is the founder position. It is a $97 position. And what this position does is it locks you into the company of Onpassive, and it locks you into the pay structure of Onpassive, even more important. That's what the $97 does. Now, you do have some options once you come in and become a founder. You have the ability to actually build a team. And if you have that inclination, if you have that skill set, you can actually build a team for yourself. And there's some tangible benefits to that. But remember, Onpassive is 100% automated, and they will build your team. And in time, you will be able to take care of all those financial woes, and you won't have to worry about finances. So as Onpassive launches to the world, which is going to happen this year, how do the founding members, how do those individuals in Onpassive as founders, come into Onpassive and participate with Onpassive? All founding members will come into Onpassive as they launch, and there is one membership level in Onpassive. We will all become customers of Onpassive, and the membership level will be between $100 and $300. Ash has not shared with us what that amount is yet, but it'll be somewhere in there. We will come in, we will pay the fee. It is a monthly fee, and we will become customers of Onpassive. We will go into our back office, click a button, and then we will become independent resellers of the IT product. Don't worry about that title. That title is there so Onpassive can pay us. Believe me, we want that to happen. I'm going to back up to the membership fee of whatever it is, between $100 and $300. It is a monthly fee. But for us coming in, participating with Onpassive, it will be a one-time fee, and you will never have to go out of pocket again. How does that work? You will pay the monthly fee, and then the next months, the preceding months, that fee will be paid through the profits of Onpassive. Again, this all has to do with the structure of Onpassive, how it works, and how Onpassive is going to drive traffic for us. And I'll get to that in just a second. So as we look at coming into Onpassive, really, really important, pay the fee, become an independent reseller of the IT product, then we can get paid. That brings me to the compensation package. And I can't get in depth into the compensation package because most of it is proprietary, and it would take a little bit too long on this video to get into the stuff that isn't proprietary. I can give you an idea of how it's going to work. As we come in and pay the membership fee to come into Onpassive, along with that fee, we are going to put Onpassive to work for us. Onpassive is going to go to work for us, and they are going to start to build our business. How are they going to do that? They're going to go into one of the products of Onpassive, the automated marketing platform, and the automated marketing platform has all the tools we use to market online in that automated marketing platform. And Onpassive is going to go in there and take that tool out. And yes, as we pay the membership fee, we get all the tools of Onpassive. So Onpassive is going to go in there and take out the traffic source that's in the automated marketing platform. And they're going to start driving traffic for all of us. And as Onpassive starts to drive traffic for all of us, again, I want you to keep volume in the back of your mind, because they're going to be driving millions of customers to us as those individuals participating with Onpassive. And they're going to start to drive traffic. And this traffic is going to come in, they're going to see the products, they're going to love them, they're going to buy them and join Onpassive. All of that traffic, all of that volume goes under each one of us. We all get a portion of that. And off of the volume that's coming in, that's how we get paid. They're going to do that for each individual that is in Onpassive. Now, if you're a builder, this is the advantage of being a builder. If you're a builder and you've built a team, obviously Onpassive is going to drive traffic for you and start building your team. But because you already have individuals underneath you, they're also going to do it for them. And the result of that is you're going to make more money quicker than those individuals that did not build a team. And if you're not a team builder, don't worry about it. We will all get to that position of financial independence, but builders will just do it quicker. They will cut time frames because of their skill set, because they can bring people in, or they've shared Onpassive with other people. That's how Onpassive is going to be building for all of us. And it really is based off of the volume that Onpassive will put under each one of us. So let's talk about volume just a little bit. And I'm going to talk about one of the products of Onpassive. And there are many products of Onpassive, from O Academy, which is an educational platform that educators can use, to an HR platform that human resources can come in and use to manage their whole human resources in a company. But the product I want to talk about is the product that we're looking at today. Today we are doing a webinar, and we're doing a webinar with Zoom. And again, this is all about volume. Zoom is one of the big players on the block. They do about 200 million Zooms a day. That's a lot. Not only that, but they have, because of the circumstances as they came into the market, it was just really, really good for them. And they've ballooned up into a company that has a value of $139 billion. They are a monster. As Onpassive launches to the world, one of their products will be a webinar product. Again, this product, it is built from the ground up. It is proprietary. It is cutting edge. It is better than anything out there, including what we're looking at today, at a lower price point, a much lower price point. And I believe as Onpassive launches to the world, that in a year's time, I'm not sure Zoom will be in business. And that is a big statement because they are a big player right now. But because of the product of Onpassive, their webinar service, it is so good. People will look at the Onpassive webinar platform, the price of that webinar platform, and they will just leave Zoom. I believe with this one product, tens of millions of people that pay for Zoom will leave Zoom and come into the Onpassive webinar service. With one product, at the end of 1 year, I believe Onpassive would be a unicorn company, a billion-dollar company. And remember, we benefit from everything that Onpassive is doing because Ash is sharing the wealth with us. And becoming a unicorn company in 1 year has never been done before. Onpassive will be the first company to ever do that. Now, when you add all the other products of Onpassive, and they are as superior as the webinar service that will be launched as we launch to the world, and you add all these other products, all these other portfolios, Onpassive as they launch, and we already know this today, will be a unicorn company day one. That has never been done in the history of the world. That's how powerful Onpassive is. That's how powerful the tools of Onpassive is. That's how powerful the individuals that are coming in and participating with Onpassive are. And all of this bodes well for your bottom line. If you're coming online and trying to build wealth, you want to be with a company that is going to build tremendous wealth and share it. Onpassive, because of those 4 concepts I mentioned up front, 100% automated. Does that mean you do nothing? No, that's not what it means. You come in, you participate, you pay the membership fee, and you participate. But as far as bringing customers in, managing those customers, taking care of those customers, Onpassive does all of this for us. In the end, what will happen is you're going to have to learn how to manage your money. And that's a very, very good place to be. So as we look at the products of Onpassive, it is just going to be massive, the volume that Onpassive is going to be bringing in. Keep it very, very simple. You don't need to make this complicated, although there are a lot of moving parts with Onpassive. If you remember those first 4 concepts, add volume to that, you're in a very, very good position to start to be in a position to build wealth, to build a legacy, to take care of yourself, take care of your family, and actually start living that lifestyle that perhaps up to now you've only dreamt about. This is Onpassive. It was made for you and I. I can tell you one other thing about Onpassive just very, very quickly. And the reason I come back to this is it shows the genius behind Ash and Onpassive. And he's done this across the board. As we look at the customer side of Onpassive, I believe 90% of the people coming into Onpassive will be customers. They've got a massive budget. They don't have a problem paying a monthly fee. That's good for us because it makes our income residual. And that 80%, they're absolutely going to love the products of Onpassive. But there's another 10%, 80, 90%. There's another 10 or 20% that will come in. They're a little different. They don't have the budget of the 80% or 90%. And they're always worried about, are they going to be able to pay the bills next month? Here's what Ash has done. As these individuals come in and buy the products and pay the monthly fee, over time, that cost will go down. Over time, that cost will be zero. And over time, Onpassive will pay them to use the products of Onpassive. I went over that very, very quickly, but it is absolutely genius. Customers will come in and pay for these products, and over time, Onpassive is going to pay them, bottom line. You will never hear this anyplace else, online, offline in the world. I've never heard this done before. This is Onpassive. This is the genius behind Onpassive. And yes, Onpassive was made for you and I to build wealth. So this is Onpassive. Keep it simple. Continue to explore Onpassive and discover the different things in Onpassive. Believe me, it just gets better and better and better. Ash Mufareh, absolutely love to listen to him. When you get a chance to listen to him, don't miss that opportunity. He will change the way you look at your finances because you will have a way forward. Okay, I'm going to turn it back over either to Dan or to Red or whoever wants to take it next. And anything I've missed, just fill in the blanks, guys. Go ahead.
Thanks very much, Mike. That was absolutely all. Every time I listen to you, my friend, I get more and more excited and more blown away for what we have our hands on here. I mean, I'm just going to pick up on your last point here. I can't remember the last time Zoom paid me to use their platform. I can't remember the last time Google paid me to search anything on their platform. I can't remember the last time that any mail people paid me to use their products. This is going to be so revolutionary within the internet market space where they're actually going to pay us to use the products. Not only are we going to love using them because they're better, easy to use, and a lower price, that it's just amazing. One point I want to bring up as well is a lot of people ask me, yes, I understand that customers are going to pay us and this is how we're going to make our money and our residual income, but I'm actually not going to use all of these products and services of Onpassive. Well, think of it a bit like this. So you go shopping into a mall, you call it in the States, or into a supermarket here in the UK, and you're going around and you're filling your basket and you get to the checkout and you've got behind a line of 2 or 3 people and their baskets are full of everything in that shop. Now, you've got your things that you're going to buy because you want them and their shopping trolleys are full. Now, you're not really bothered about what they're buying, but imagine this. If they're buying all of the products in your shop and they're going through that till and you're getting a little bit of a percentage of what they're buying, are you really bothered if you personally are not going to use all of these products? It makes zero difference how many of these products you use, but I can assure you, you're going to use a vast majority of them because they are fantastic. Everything that Onpassive has now in their ecosystem of products and services are out there now being used by millions and billions of people. So they are going to use our products as well because they are cheaper, better, and they're easier to use. It's as simple as that. Anyway, Mike, thank you very much, my friend. It was an awesome, once again, presentation. So we've got a few people on the panelists here, and I'd like to first get the ladies on board. It's always super great to hear from the ladies and their perspective of why they actually joined Onpassive. So I'm going to hand it straight over to Tyra. Tyra, can you unmute yourself, please, and give us a little bit of an insight why you joined Onpassive?
Sure. Hi, guys. Welcome, everybody. Well, you know, I tried for years. I got involved with an affiliate business, and they basically said, oh, pay this price, and it was like in the thousands. and it's fully done, fully automated for you. Well, they didn't fully, they weren't fully transparent, let's say, because once I got in, I saw that there was funnels to be made, there was GoDaddy to pay, there was email stuff to pay. Oh, and by the way, you need to advertise to build your business to get customers to come in. I have never advertised on any of the platforms in my life. So that was pretty overwhelming, but they said, no worry, we have training. So of course you try your darndest with the training. Well, for years, all I did was spend money. And then on top of it all, some of the platforms shut me down because their policies are so intricate that if you break one little policy, they can say, well, you didn't follow our policy, so out you go, right? Because they have thousands of people spending their money advertising. So this happened to me time and time again, and it was the most frustrating thing I have ever experienced. And one of the big draws I saw when I heard about Onpassive was the whole thing. They are saying it is fully automated. It is you be as passive or as active as you want. And I'm thinking, sure. So I started looking into this and oh my goodness, this isn't an MLM. This isn't an affiliate. This is an actual AI IT company that has all their own products built from the ground up. And Mike touched on it before too, about driving traffic. Their AI is able to do all the things that all of us have been trying so desperately to do online and make money. I heard somebody say something that really struck me was, you have residual bills, why not have residual income? Well, no kidding. Like that is really a no-brainer, right? You know, the thing that I have discovered with Onpassive is there is such a level of transparency that nothing is hidden. Everything, you know, when you become a founder for that 97, as Mike was saying earlier, there is a whole back office open to you that Ash is so transparent and so open because this company is built on that kind of attitude. You know, I just read today, I was going to share with you a little bit of, I read a news report. I don't know if the reporter wrote it himself or if he actually interviewed Ash, but he was talking about the CEO, Ash Mufareh, he could have gone to the wealthy on Wall Street. He could have gone to the wealthy individuals that he would know in his circle. But because he was frustrated in seeing how the everyday people weren't making it, he decided to create this business in such a way that anybody, regardless of age and experience and any of these things, the ordinary person can come in and make Onpassive their business, or if you have a business, you can add that by approval, and it will actually do these things that Mike was sharing about. Like, it is just phenomenal. And like I said, I was so darn burnt that, you know, once I came into the company, I really started to look into it and find out. And my goodness, every time our CEO is on a meeting with us, he is so transparent. He just shares everything. He shares his screen. He's really open, and he's not rushed with us. How many CEOs do you know that come on, whether they're in a conference or in a meeting, and spend hours with you? Most of them maybe 30 minutes, maybe under, you know, and he's open to questions. He's saying, ask me. So, you know, if this is something you've been looking at and hanging back, do not hang back. I mean, $97, that is a lifetime guaranteed refund. If you change your mind, there is absolutely zero to lose, you know? So for me, the biggest thing with coming into Onpassive was getting my time back, because this other business I was doing, I was constantly having to be on social media, having to monitor everything. And now here I am, I'm building a team and a wonderful group of people, and I have time. I'm not doing all the things that I was doing, and it's going to get even better once we go public. So don't miss out on this opportunity, folks. I mean, it is truly priceless. So thanks everyone for having me. I sure appreciate it. Have a good one.
Tara, thank you very much and well said. I love hearing your story. It never, ever gets boring. So I'd like to pass this over now to the Queen of Africa. Now, this lady has really made herself stand out in the African community. She was there right at the beginning and everybody loves her. And she's got a great story to tell about why she joined Onpassive. So I'd like to invite Marina, please, if you can unmute yourself and give us a few words, that would be fantastic.
Great, thank you. As we say, hello Africa, hello world. Fantastic to be here. Tara, I can relate to exactly what you've been going through, although I was not that actively involved with network marketing. And, you know, just as Red said, your why, my why I joined is completely different to why I stayed. I joined because I saw the opportunity and it sounded like this is exactly what I need and what I want. I'm going to make tons of money for doing nothing. But as I got involved and realized what we have, because I really didn't know exactly what this was about. It took me a few presentations, you know, for me to realize. I didn't even realize we had products at the time, and we've got 50 digital products in our portfolio, and it just keeps growing. So, you know, I want to ask you all a question. Have you stopped dreaming? For those of you that are guests here, have you stopped dreaming? You know, I remember when we were much younger, we always used to say, one day when I'm rich, or one day I'm going to do this, or one day I'm going to do that, and one day I'm going to have this mansion and this boat and go on this holiday. Have you stopped dreaming? Because if you have, you found yourself in the right place. Onpassive is the dream connector. Whatever your dreams and aspirations were, whatever you dreamed of as a young child that you'd love to do one day, whether it was, if you have a heart like I see, a heart for humanity, which so many of us have just really plugged into that more and more now, because we see the possibilities. We see the endless possibilities of us having been able to go into the world wherever we are. We'll be able to travel without worrying about how am I going to afford this. You know, my church is having a mission thing going to Kenya or wherever, and you know, you have to pay for that. Now you can get so involved with any charity, any foundation, any cause that your heart really is pulling you to. And over and above that, a lot of people who give really don't have much themselves. You know, they give of their time, and they would do so much more if they had the money to go with it. And Onpassive is going to put you right where you belong, and your situation will be so different. You'll be able to get out of debt, buy the house that you've always wanted, drive a lovely car, brand new car for a change. You know, help your family pay their mortgage off, or help your nieces and nephews get through varsity. You know, you'll be in that position where you can be the great aunt or uncle, or the cool great aunt or uncle now that's all of a sudden coming to money, because we are going to be making a lot of money. A lot of us are going to be making 6 to 8 digits a year. And, you know, if you come in and you're really not a recruiter, like a lot of us aren't, you know, and you just cannot share this with one person, it doesn't matter. Because Michael Williams, he's a mathematician, and he gave us an example of exactly what you'll be earning after a year. And in a year, with having no one on your team, you can look at earning between $6,000 and $8,000 a month. Now, that money, you know, like he was saying, in India, for example, $6,000 to $8,000 a month. If you earn that a year, you'd be like happy. And imagine what that's going to do for the economy. And 50% of our founders at the moment, almost 50% of them are from India. You know, they've come from they're also in a lot of poverty, and the population there is like crazy. That's why they have that problem. But we have the same issue in Africa. South Africa, the rand dollar is at the moment, it's 15. It was right up at 18 to 1. So we're still okay here. But the rest of Africa is really, really struggling. You know, they don't have water. There's poverty. The children are working as like slave labor. They're using them in coal mines and in mines, and children are dying underground, and we don't even know about it. You know, this is something that we as founders will be able to do and put a stop to, and give these children a life that they deserve, you know, and they're so long for. So I just encourage you, get in, you know, get plugged in, get your family in, because your lifestyle is going to change dramatically. And you don't want to leave your family and friends behind. You want to bring them with. They've been part of your life for so long. You know, if you can, even bless them with a position if they can't afford it, if you can. But or else just really tell them what I'm saying now to get in. And if you don't want it after 3 months after launch, I will buy your position from you, because that's the only way anyone's going to get a founding member position, if a current founder actually decides to sell their position, which they would need to have their head read if that's the case. But that's how good it is. I'm just so confident. I prayed about it before getting in. I've been praying every day. There are so many people praying for the smooth rollout of Onpassive, and we're on track. Everything is happening so smoothly. Ash Mafara is under a lot of pressure. He's having meetings every day, 3-4 hour meetings with attorneys, and just making sure that we are legal and compliant in these 212 countries that we are in. So, you know, all of us can just go on and on and on. And I just want to say thank you. And I am privileged to be a founder with Onpassive and making so many friends around the world. It's really fantastic. And yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tyra, for your TN and Grow Wealth interviews that you do, your show that you have. I absolutely love it as well. Everyone's doing so much, and you know, everyone's come out of their shell as well. They're stretching themselves, they're becoming more creative, and that is what Onpassive has done. You know, we are not just a number. You become part of a family, and people know you. They know your name, you know, and you actually are. Doesn't matter what our backgrounds are, or origin, creed, whatever. We're all just one big family, and we've all got that same heartbeat as our CEO that wants to turn poverty into prosperity across the globe. Thank you from me.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Marina. Always a pleasure having you on, and love hearing your stories. You're an absolute inspiration to everyone around the globe at the moment. Thank you for everything you do. Okay, so let's move on then. We're going to please now hand it over for a quick snippet, please, from one of our UK representatives and fellow leadership team members in the UK and Ireland team, Peter Rogers. Can you just give us a few words, Peter, if you would unmute yourself, please? Maybe not.
Unmute
your. Oh, he's here.
There we
go.
Yeah. A few words you said. Yeah, I'm really excited. There you go. Marina and Tara, I mean, my story is very, very, very similar to you guys. You know, I'm not really a sort of a guru. I'm not, not much to do with being really on the internet. But about 2 years ago, I decided to look for a online business, and I came across Red. I've known Red actually for a few years previous to seeing Red online, and I could see Red was online doing another business at the time, and I contacted Red, and he basically showed me some of the ropes about being involved with an online business. And over a period of time, Red obviously got shown the Onpassive business, and Red shared it with me. And because I had a lot of faith in Red at the time, he gave me a video to watch, and I didn't even watch the video. And the video was a webinar that was done by Ash Mafara, the CEO of Onpassive. And as I said, I didn't even watch it. I just joined up straight away under Red, because of obviously I had that trust with him. And anyway, going on about a week later, Red sort of said to me, Ash Mafara is doing a webinar on Onpassive, and we ought to go along. So I went along, and that first time when I sort of met Ash on the webinar, at the time there was only about 2,000 founders at the beginning of this. You know, I mean, we're talking, I was 2018 October that I saw this. There was only about 2,500 founders. We're looking at 460,000 founders now. So the growth that's happened over these 2 years has just been phenomenal with this business, and it's outstanding. And but you know, as I said, I'm going back to this webinar with Ash, and at the time he was sharing his vision, and I was so taken back by what he was trying to say and what he was trying to share with us and his passion. And at that time, we didn't even have a Go Founders back office. And this is what we're trying to present with you today, is to be a founder. And if you become a founder, you have a Go Founders back office. And at that time, we didn't even have the facility of the back office. We had the name Go Founders. And obviously, Ash at the time said to us that, you know, what I'll do is we'll develop a Go Founders back office. Everybody will have invite links that we can use, and you know, it's been, and obviously it's come forth. Everything that Ash said in those days, it's come forth. You know, at the moment now we've got, I think it's about 160 odd links in the back of our back office that we can share with people if you want to build a team. This is what these guys were talking about. So, you know, there's a lot of tools that's there available to help you build your business. And, you know, as I said, we've been involved now 2.5 years, and the change that I've seen and what Ash has put together over those 2 years, and what Mike has explained in the webinar is, you know, it's just a snippet. What he's explained to you tonight is just a little bit, and you're not going to take it all in tonight, you know. And so what I would suggest you do is get back to the person who's invited you to this and look at it. You know, if I can build this, anybody can build it. I can assure you. I'm no professional. I'm no speaker on the internet. I'm on a video. I'm sort of a shy person, really. But it's brought me out of my shell. I'm excited about what's going on, and I can see what's going to happen to the world with this. This is going to change the world, and you know, you need to be part of it. If you want to be a founder, be part of this, because it's going to be, you know, phenomenal. I'm going to pass it back to, I've said enough, but pass it back to Red. Okay, Red.
Thanks very much, Peter. That was excellent. Thank you very much for telling us a little bit about your story. So before I hand it back over to Dan Street to close this out, Mike Ellis, have you got a few more words to say to us?
Yeah, just real quick, Red. Onpassive is the great leveler. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter what your economic background is. It doesn't matter if you're a ditch digger or you're a professional with 10 years of college. The same thing will happen to all of us, and all of us will get to that place where we're financially set. That's what Onpassive is all about. So as you look at it, keep it simple. Continue to study Onpassive, but come on in, pay the $97. And as Onpassive launches, you're just going to be in a place that you've never been before. Go ahead, Red. Hand it over to Dan, the master.
Thanks very much, Mike. Yes, and last up to close us out is Dan Street. Now, he's been very, very busy moving house, but he's taken a little bit of time out to come on this webinar tonight and give us a few words of his inspiration to why he joined Onpassive and what he sees the future in Onpassive. Now he is retired. He doesn't like me saying he's been retired, but he's retired. Lucky person. Dan, take it away.
Thank you, Red. Thank you, Mike and Tyra and Marina and Peter, all of you. All I can say is all of these people that you've listened to today, for all you new people, I think that what's a common thread between all of us is we have an incredible belief. We have an incredible belief in not only the founder and CEO, Ash Mafara, but in this entire process of Onpassive and a belief in the potential of this company. And so you new people, what you've got to take a look at, you've got to evaluate this for yourself. You've got to get back to the person that brought you here. And you've got to get a real good appreciation as to what this company is all about. And we did that evaluation process, and we established our own belief. They're real products. It's a real company. They're proprietary products. These products are built from scratch. And the other thing that's really important for all of you to understand is that there's no cap on the amount of money that you can make with this company. And there's no prerequisites. There's no pre-qualifications for you to get paid with this company. I know that a lot of the companies that I've been involved with, that in order to get paid, you have to recruit, and then you have to buy the product, you have to get on the auto ship, you have to do all that stuff. So your individual situation is unique to you. But what I can tell you is this company and the products are unique. They are built from scratch. And I think to end this, we talk about Ash Mufareh quite a bit, but what Ash has given us is he's given us a lesson in fundamentals for success. And he's provided us with all the ingredients that we need for long-term success. And for those of you that are still looking, there's the amazing character of this founder, and the fact that he is providing us with all of these tools and all of this portfolio of products is truly amazing. And we've seen it from for the last couple of years. And I know that a lot of you have little precautions that you might want to take. Well, evaluate it and get your questions answered. And that's really what I have to say. Another thing is that this is a global company, and any company you take a look at, make sure it is global, because this company, once it launches, we're in over 215 countries, I believe, right now. And when this launches, it will go viral instantly. And when you look at 450,000 founders right now, we are going to be 450,000 customers at launch. And then with all the automation that is going to be done for you in building your business, you're going to have a lot of customers underneath you if you become an independent reseller of the products, and you'll have your financial freedom and your time freedom. And that's what we're all looking forward to. We're looking forward to just our freedom. And what Ash has done for us is he's enriched us so we can enrich a lot of other people around the world. And I'll end it with that, Red, and send it back to you.
Thanks very much, Dan. Lovely to hear you. And I'm glad that your house move went very well and according to plan. Just before we finish, a very special person had his hands raised, so I've invited him into the panelists. Dr. Bill Williams had his hand raised. I would really like to hear Dr. Bill and what you've got to say. So if you can unmute yourself, please, Dr. Bill, that would be fantastic.
Thank you, Red. It's good to be here. Catch the last half of the show today. And, I got involved in May of 2020. And a lot of people say, well, that's just a short time ago. Well, yeah, you can do a lot in a short time if you put your mind to it. And we've been talking a lot about the progress that Ash has made with what he's developed. Since I got involved, we have had 410,000 people join just since earlier in this year. And I got in because I wanted an income hedge. I've been a dentist for 45 years. And I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to slow down, but I've not stopped working. And so there are a lot of people in my boat that want to stop. The medical profession is taking it on the chin right now. They're trying to keep up with what's going on in the world. And there are a lot of burned out people that are having a hard time keeping up with this pandemic. And so I know there's a lot of people looking at alternative income sources. And it's not just in the medical professions, the teaching professions, the restaurant industry has been slammed. We need an alternative, and this is the best alternative. And I teach my folks that I've been a coach and a teacher for 45 years also of other dentists. I teach people that this is the best income opportunity that I've ever seen. Don't let it pass you by. It's good to be with you guys. Have a good night.
Thanks very much, Bill. Lovely to have you on here, and I'm really glad that you popped in to say hi. Anyway, everybody, that's it for this presentation tonight. If you're looking for a recording of this, you'll find it either in Onpassive Nation Facebook group, and it'll also be posted somewhere in your back office. I'd like to personally thank all the panelists and especially Mike Ellis for doing the presentation for us. And I sincerely hope that our normal host and master of ceremonies, Marty DeGarmo, is having a lovely birthday celebration with his wife. Anyway, guys, thanks very much, and we will see you all